Week 13.
We're back. Christian's back.
I am back. Had a long trip.
Dude, I want to hear all about it. Let's start off with just leaving here, heading down there. How was the drive down there?
Drive down there was not too bad. So we probably left around, I want to say like 6:30 maybe. So not like super early.
Yeah.
And we got down to, I think it was New Smyrna.
Okay.
Around 5:30, or maybe it was closer to like 7, like 6ish, 6 or 7, somewhere in there. I think we got down there in about 11 and a half hours to there, but we were staying in Orlando. And we got out at New Smyrna and like walked on the beach and right at like sunset, and then got in the car and drove to Orlando. And this is where the first crazy thing happened.
Oh shit, what?
So we are like, okay, like it's like 10 by the time we get to Orlando, after we finish walking, and we were like, we need to get snacks like for the park. Disney is different than Busch Gardens. You can bring in like water, so I brought in my jug.
Whoa.
You can bring in food.
Whole ass meals?
Like whatever you want, you can bring it in. They don't really, like, you don't get your bag checked. You walk through, and if they don't stop you to ask, like, whatever, like, there's metal detectors and stuff, so I'm sure. But we never got stopped even as, like, a random bag search or anything. Anyway, so we're like, let's grab snacks at Walmart.
Okay.
This Walmart's in Orlando. And we go in. This Walmart has never been, like, I've never seen more people in a Walmart.
Oh, really?
There are thousands, I kid you not, of people in this Walmart. Oh, yeah. Both the self-checkout lines were like, I'm not joking, like halfway down the store.
Wow.
And you know how deep like Walmarts are. Yeah. Like, dude, they were long lines in the self-checkout, and I think there were some regular registers open too that had extremely long lines as well. I don't know why there were so many people there. I mean, what should have been like a 5-minute trip in and out, I think took us like 45 minutes. We went and grabbed like a couple of bars and whatnot. That was crazy. And like all like sort of mix of people, like I assume it's just
all the Disneyland people.
Exactly.
I'm sure it is.
Dude, it was freaking crazy. So then we get to our room, and the first day we went to Magic Kingdom.
Okay. Well, what's Magic Kingdom? What's it like?
No, I lied. Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom. What's it like?
So Animal Kingdom is basically
animals? Live animals?
So there's a safari like reserve in the back, and one of the rides is like in a sort of like big vehicle, almost like a Ford bus, like not like a full bus, but like an extended bus, with it being open. So like you can just look out, and they've exchanged the rows where you would have a walk down the middle for just like full on benches because you board the ride from the side. Anyway, so there's elephants, giraffe, like all sorts of there's zebras.
Nice.
Lots of different things.
That's cool.
Cheetah, lion, like it's a full reserve.
I don't think I've ever seen a giraffe or anything like that. Like I can't tell you the last time I went to a zoo. Aquarium for sure. But zoo? No, it's been last time would have been like Japan, but
gotcha.
Those shoes are a little bit different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet that's interesting.
Yeah.
So
where you're going around the zoo here, seeing everything.
Going around the reserve, that's like one ride. So we did that first thing in the morning. They also have like a theater show type thing of Lion King. It's like a little 25-minute like
show.
Yeah, a little show that was cool.
Where Sarah just loving it.
Oh yeah, she loved the Lion King thing.
I knew it.
There's an Avatar ride. There's 2 of them actually.
Avatar, the non-animated, like not Avatar Last Airbender.
The blue
just
people.
Blue people, yeah. Makes sense.
and it's a really cool ride.
Oh, yeah?
It's like at like an arcade, there's a crotch rocket, like
Yeah.
So it's sort of like that when you get on it, and you're riding I forget what the name of the animals are, but the big,
horses that you connect your thing into.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But they're sort of like dragons too. They fly.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. Not the horse. Yeah.
Oh, it's not the horses. That's something different.
There are horses. And these are actually like big flying birds. Like pterodactyl looking.
Yeah. And you ride on them.
Yeah.
What it is it's like a screen that is a curved screen. So like when you're sitting there, you like all your
periffs are like all taken too.
And you wear like these 3D glasses. And it does, like, where you don't move anywhere. Yeah. It just lifts you in certain directions, and, like, they blow wind and all that sort of stuff.
It was a sick.
But it was really cool, like, because anytime you would get near the dirt, like, when you would be dive bombing, like, you could smell, like, dirt and, like, grass. Like, dude, it's so intricate.
They pump
like,
smells into this
bridge? Dude, it's wild. Like, whenever you got near the ocean, you get barreled. You get barreled. It's, like, the craziest thing. But, yeah, you get, like... And it's not like a aggressive, like, scary spray. Like, it's like a
nice, soft
mist. Oh, yeah. It's, that ride was the coolest ride.
That sounds wild.
That
sounds actually really epic. I would love to do that.
That took us the longest wait, which was probably about an hour and 15 minutes. And that was the longest wait I think we had in all three parks. That was the coolest thing. The other thing they had is, like, here at Busch Gardens, Roman Rapids.
Okay.
They have one of those. It's just like a tube that flows down like a rapid water ride.
Yeah.
There was just like one section of the park right near there with like a big monkey enclosure where
that's cool.
It went up really high on ropes and stuff, and you could see them like it's like a 50-foot, maybe even 100-foot drop that ropes just connecting to these like almost like island towers. And they would, like, climb across and, like, hang out on the towers and then climb back across.
One of them falls. It hits the ground. They just, like, toasted?
I guess they don't. I don't know. They just don't fall.
That's weird.
What else did we ride there? There's, like, a little kid's, like, Dino Land.
Nice.
But that was about it. And then we had dinner at Rainforest Cafe. Which, they have those all over. I didn't realize. There used to be one in MacArthur.
Yeah, it's a chain.
I had no clue.
I've never been, but I know it's a chain.
Dude, so expensive. But it's because it's in Disney.
Yeah, of course.
But that's one thing. Everything is so expensive in Disney. Like
a soda, $8.
So that's not so bad. I mean more like their actual like sit down food. Like $20 for a hamburger. Like, like that sort of thing.
Was it a good hamburger?
So I didn't have... At that place, I forget what I had. I think I got like a stir fry.
Oh.
I think that was probably like $28 or like $30. It's like each entree. Okay, so that was that day. Went back home. And we paid for the preferred parking every day. $50.
Well, you got to.
It was worth it because when we were done, since we were there early...
Yeah.
We were, like, right up front. We walked to our car. We got in our car, and we were gone. So, like...
You gotta do it.
Anyway.
It's worth it.
Next day was...
It's gotta be worth it.
Magic Kingdom.
Okay.
Magic Kingdom is, like, the one that's...
the main one, right?
Yeah, like, where you have all the Disney princesses. That's, like, where the Toy Story ride is. Space Mountain. Tons of things like that.
Nice.
So, we did this park, like, clockwise. To the left is Jungle Cruise.
Okay.
That's basically just like it's supposed to be like a funny little, it's more entertainment along like this little ride where the driver of the boat is like the tour guide, but it's like, it's all scripted in a way, but it doesn't seem scripted. They just like say funny jokes at every section of the river. There's that. There's like the Flying Aladdin like ride where you go in a circle.
Oh, that's
it's just like one of the.
Was it fun?
Yeah, I mean,
were there any other VR rides or anything like that?
Yes. Yeah. There were other ones like that. And there's a funny story about that at Epcot, which is the next day. But yeah, went around that park. Pirates of the Caribbean ride.
How was that?
That was like, it was interesting.
I binged all Pirates of the Caribbean while you were gone. That's funny.
Really?
Every single one.
All it was like a slow water ride where you went through like.
Oh, okay.
It was interesting. I mean.
Tortuga.
Yeah, and then after that there is Splash Mountain.
Okay, I've heard of that one.
Dude, that ride's really long, like lengthwise. Like that took us a long time to get on too. That was probably close to.
The line was long. Yeah.
But the ride itself
is long.
Long.
Like 5 minutes.
Oh, dude, like yeah, every bit of it. It's like
a long ass ride. That's worth it. It
is really long. Like it's surprising. But if you could just get on and get off like that ride, you could waste some time there because of how long the ride is.
Interesting.
So
I didn't know that.
What it is basically is just like
that's the one that like goes around and then it goes here and then stops and then you get backwards.
No. Splash Mountain.
I was thinking Space Mountain.
Yeah,
no.
I think so.
Is that something? Space Mountain one? You said Splash Mountain?
Yeah.
No, I thought you said Space Mountain.
There is a Space Mountain.
There is?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I think so. Yeah. I think it's at this part. Anyway, Splash Mountain, you like go up through and it's a story, I guess, about this rabbit that made its way up through this mine and then like, I don't know, like apparently it's supposed to like, you get tortured and that's when you go down.
Oh Jesus.
And that's when it like drops you and then you're like back and the rabbit like made it out alive and he's like chilling or whatever. But that was a long ride worth the wait. Mm-hmm. A wooden train coaster.
Oh, nice.
Haunted Mansion is there. Then you had It's a Small World.
Is Tower of Terror there?
No, that's at Hollywood Studios, so we didn't go there.
Got it.
Unfortunately. Then we went. The castle is in the middle of the park. Then we went through the castle and like looked at that. And at this point, they were doing like a Disney Princess thing where they were coming through. And then we went over to what's I think called Tomorrowland, which is where there's the Toy Story ride where you like are shooting. Yeah.
Were you good at the game?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was really good. Sarah, the thing was, our ride kept stopping, but you could continue shooting. So I literally like was just like holding it. But and then that's where Space Mountain is, I believe. Did that. And then there's like a bunch of other little things. But that night we were doing the Beauty and the Beast restaurant.
Yeah, I saw that in the
Be
store.
Our Guest.
Yeah.
That place. So expensive.
Yeah.
Per person.
What was it, 50?
I think it was 62. Damn. And it's a 3-course meal.
Do you tip there as well?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
3-course meal.
I didn't know that shit was like already in it.
They only do fixed gratuity for 6 or more.
Yeah.
3-course meal. You had the choice between a cheese board as your appetizer.
I already know. Probably Sarah wanted that shit.
She got that.
I fucking know.
Salad, and then I think like another. There was another choice, but I can't remember. What
a meats board, cheese board, meats board.
Nah, it was like it might have been like shish kebab, like skewers or something, like 2 or 3 skewers.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then for your entree choice, you could choose between a whole like chicken leg, so.
Like a mutton?
Like a mutton. It was some sort of fancy way. It's a French restaurant, I believe.
Okay.
Some sort of scallops.
Okay.
Sarah got that. Filet mignon. And then there was a vegetarian option.
What's that? That'd be good. What was it?
You know?
Dude, sometimes vegetarian meals are like bomb.
Yeah.
Just because of all the spices and stuff like that, and the flavor in it, sometimes it's just amazing.
I can't remember what it was, but it was something like that, like a bunch of vegetables together, sauteed in some sort of way. And then for dessert, you got like 3 little things. So Chip from Beauty and the Beast, the cup.
Yep.
That's white chocolate with
You ate it? You ate the cup
with the gray stuff in the middle. Which the gray stuff apparently, if you've seen the movie
I haven't
or remember, It's like what they say, like try the gray stuff. It's great or something. So
was it good?
It was just like
pudding,
some sort of not quite
jelly.
Maybe like no, more like pudding, but more thick. So I don't know what it would be called, like
a in between pudding and cake.
Yeah, like maybe like a ganache type thing.
I can see that.
But it was gray. Anyway, and then I think their seasonal was a raspberry macaroon, and then a dark chocolate truffle.
Oh, wow.
That thing was, like, I like dark chocolate. That's it was strong dark chocolate. Was it like
dark?
Oh yeah.
Dark.
And then that was that day. And then you got Epcot, and Epcot is more just like food around the world right now.
That sounds like my place. I'd be there.
Dude, you could spend a good amount of money, but like you could try a lot of different foods.
$500.
No. I would say like if
Georgia?
Maybe that still seems a little excessive. That would be like every meal.
Yeah.
And like and snacks every
I'm going everywhere. I'm getting every single thing on the menu.
But they had a lot of different like cool things. It's more like adult themed.
Yeah, okay. Not as kiddish.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like
makes sense.
Mexico, they do have like kids stuff though.
Yeah,
so in Mexico,
course.
they had the I think it's Coco. It's like a short like water, not short, but like a water boat ride.
Okay.
Like small dips and nothing that you're gonna get wet, and then like a little Mexican cart where they had like margaritas and all like guac, which I know you love. So you love you some guac.
Yeah, I think I'm like slowly trying to
work your way into it.
My way into it.
Oh my gosh.
Because obviously, when I have sushi and stuff like that, like it's little tiny pieces, and so I'm like taking it in. But I haven't not built my way up to guac yet. Hell no.
Then I think after that is Norway, maybe. In Norway, they have frozen. No, dude, it was so hot when we were there. That's the other thing.
Oh really?
Dude, like sweating.
Fuck.
It is what it is.
You didn't buy one of them fans with the water in it?
Nah. Sarah wanted
for
to.
like $30.
I don't know how much those were.
Probably like 15.
Norway has a frozen water ride, which is really cool. Like, it's like animated, but all like 3D, like actual physical things.
Oh, that's cool.
Sarah was like, it looked really, really real. That was a cool water ride. You like go backwards at one point in it, down. Oh. Like the drop is backwards, which was kind of cool. But it's not like you get wet either. But it's a good drop.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. And
then after that, I think is like China. We didn't do anything in China. And then you walk through like China. I think it's like Taiwan type stuff, and then maybe like Africa. We didn't really do anything in Africa. The thing is, we got there really early that day, and nothing was open yet. And we walked around the loop of all the countries twice. But Africa, then the U.S. There was one thing I wanted to do there that we didn't get done. And then France, maybe. There's probably a couple of countries that I'm missing. No big deal. France, we went in and there was a Beauty and the Beast sing-along. So it's like in a small theater, and it plays, and they tell you when to sing. Yeah. I was singing, and Sarah was telling me not to sing, and I was like, someone has to sing.
Yeah, they need us.
So she got a drink there, and then we walked and had lunch at this like coral reef restaurant, where it's sort of like the aquarium. You have like a big tank with sharks and skates and fish and all sorts of stuff.
That's pretty cool.
Then after that, I think one of the coolest rides we went on was next. It was a short, or not short, it was actually decently long, water boat ride through like this greenhouse. Oh. And they show you like how they grow like certain things. And it was wild. Right. Like, I don't know if I don't have a picture or video of it, but I think Sarah might. But they had these tomatoes grown up off of one stalk, and then had 4 posts and like not mesh, but like cattle.
I'm picturing
and
it.
all the tomatoes were running across there, and they were like all hanging down.
Yeah.
And you could walk under it. Like, it was wild. because it was just like one big thing in the middle that they had done. Same with the cucumbers, and all the cucumbers were hanging down, so it made it super easy to like grab them. And they were just talking about like growing sustainably and like that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And it was really interesting.
You think they grow weed?
They didn't grow it in there, at least. They might, though.
You don't think...
They know how.
You don't think one of the coworkers just got a little something back in the corner area? little tiny little plot, one bucket?
I mean...
Producing out.
But it was really cool. And then after that day we went and left there around 5. We went back around the loop again and stopped at some of the different countries, and Sarah had some stuff. But then we drove from there to my grandma's in Northport, Florida, which is about an hour south of Tampa. So, hung out with her that evening. She made us dinner, and that was like the first time I had seen her in like 10 years almost.
Oh, shit.
Which is a long. I didn't realize it was like that long.
Wow.
Because my grandpa, I think, died in 2009. So it might have been more like 11 years.
Wow.
And I don't think I had seen her.
Was she happy?
Yeah, I don't think I had seen her like before he had died, so for a while too. Yeah, so it might have been like 15 years.
Oh my god!
Like I can't remember the last time I saw her in person. And like she still like sends me birthday, Christmas, all that. Yeah. So she was excited, and we hung out that night, and it was fun.
Hell yeah! And then you went. Now you're coming home, right? So
yeah, now the next day we hung out with her. She took us out to lunch, and there were some funny stories with her. We got sat. The waitress or the host was like, "I'll be right back with you," and it took forever. And my grandma is like, she's like getting pissed.
How old is she?
My grandma,
yeah.
Like. I think
80s?
80, yeah.
Okay, so she's at the point where that old people mentality where it's like, I literally don't give a shit. I'm only going to be here for like a couple more years. I'm going to say where the fuck I want.
Dude, like, I was like getting worried for this poor girl. I'm like, I thought she was going to make us get up and leave. Like, it was, and we were with one of her friends who's younger than her by a decent amount. It was actually her best friend's daughter. Got it. And her best friend died, so she's like hang out. Yeah. So
she's probably like 50-something maybe.
Yeah, exactly. She's like 50-something. And they hang out a lot, and they do wild stuff. And they're both from originally New York, too. Oh, great. From way back in the day. Like, they literally don't give, like, two fucks. Like, they're about ready to, like, destroy.
Straight up, hey, I'm walking here type of shit.
Yeah, like, they are really funny, man. And, this dude who's waiting on another table stops, and he's like, have you guys been helped? And they're like, no. And he's like, all right, like, I'm going to get to the bottom of this, blah, blah, blah. So then he's like, all right, I'm going to be taking, your table. And there was no, like, issue. Yeah. She ordered us, like, 3 appetizers, mussels, bruschetta, and calamari. And then she's like, all right, like, after we finish all that, she's like, all right, who's getting lunch? Like, we're, like, all
so full.
So we ordered lunch, all of us. I don't know how any of us ate anything. And,
Take the leftovers.
Yeah, so we took the leftovers. We had, I think, like, a wrap and something else to take for the next day. But we're driving back home, and my grandma's in the left lane in a 45. I think going probably like 40. So, dude, this car whips out in front of her when he gets the chance and slams on his brakes, trying to get her to hit him, swear. And she's like, he's like got his hand out the window, like, I assume he's flicking her off or whatever. And he keeps like doing it. Yeah. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, what's going on? And basically, like, he was holding his hand out the window doing 45 and, like...
The speed limit's 45.
Yeah, and, like, just, like, harassing her. And they're, like, my grandma and her friend Rosie are, like, laughing and, like, they just are, like...
They go fuck.
Yeah, exactly. Like, joking back like, oh, she had her hand out the window like doing, yeah. And
she was like, 5.
Yeah. So it was funny. But Sarah was like really worried.
Sarah's probably tense, yeah.
But then after that, we went over to my mom's cousin, which I guess that's my second cousin.
Yeah.
And stayed with them. That night, they made us dinner. Got to catch up with them. Haven't seen them in a little while. They got to meet Sarah. They got us our cat tree.
Nice.
So they're like the cat people that got us that. So that was really cool to catch up with them. And then we headed off to Georgia.
Heading to Georgia?
Yeah, so we headed to Georgia. And that's about 9-hour drive, 8-hour drive, 9-hour drive from where we were.
Okay.
We left around 6:30 in the morning from their house. I will say, though, before we move on completely, their place was really cool. It's like a retirement community.
Yeah.
55 plus. Same with my grandma's. Hers was 55 plus, too.
Weren't we talking about this on the phone, right?
I think so.
Okay, I was going into work, yeah.
Yeah. Because it was really, really nice. Like, they had super nice facilities and stuff. So they let us drive their golf cart around, and it's like the perfect little place for them because it's 2-bedroom, like super small, but it's like super modern, nice. Anyway, so that was really, really cool to see that. I was gonna say like, I wish there was like different communities for like different ages too, like a 20.
I mean,
20.
that's college.
No, yeah, exactly. But like even afterwards, like that, like 25 to like 35 like area, and then 35 to like 55.
Most apartment complexes, areas, probably would be that range.
I know what you're saying, but I just mean more like an actual, where you have to be this age to live here, because that's how it is. I think that would be cool. But went to Georgia, and like 9-hour drive. So we left at like 6:30 so that we could beat the traffic to Tampa, because we're just a little bit south of Tampa. Yeah. So there's a lot of traffic on the interstate that we had to take.
Makes sense.
And fun fact, we're going up the west side of Florida. In case you've never been up the west side of Florida, there's like actually like hills.
Huh, didn't know that.
It's the weirdest thing, because you're like in Florida and there's like some decent hills. It's like, apparently a lot of it's like cattle ranches and like that sort of stuff, and I would have never known.
Did not know that.
So I was feeling really weird going up and down hills in Florida. Mm-hmm. And then Sarah wanted to stop in Covington, Georgia, which was on the way, so that we could do the Vampire Diaries stuff.
Grace was really jelly about that.
Really?
Yeah, she was pretty jelly.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
So we stopped in Covington and saw the Mystic Grill, for anyone who's seen Vampire Diaries.
Drank some blood.
Went to the little shop there, saw Lana's house, saw Caroline's house.
Damon's house?
We didn't go to, I don't know if the Salvatore Mansion was, they might have tore that down or something. Or maybe it was Tyler's house, the Lockwood Mansion that got torn. Anyway, I think we only saw Caroline and
that's cool that they get to see that.
Apparently, Caroline's house is an Airbnb.
I wonder how much that motherfucker
That's what I was saying. Them people are smart to buy a house like that and turn it into an Airbnb. You can charge like $250 to $500 a night, and these girls will pay for it.
Yeah, 100%.
That's insane. But did that. We're watching the show right now. So
oh really?
Like, yeah.
I didn't know y'all were watching it right now.
It was a little cool. But then we went all the way up to Moccasin Creek and stayed there. We were staying in the van. We used our airbed.
Yeah, did it work?
Yeah, it worked out great.
Really? All right, hell yeah.
The thing that sucked was it started to rain. So what I had done was I had bought mosquito netting and magnets, like stripped magnets in a roll. And you could use this. There's like a sticky side that you can use. Yeah. But I really didn't need the sticky side. I just wanted the long magnet to put on the car to put the mosquito net up so that I could roll the windows down.
Yeah, makes sense.
Airflow. So it starts to rain after I get like the mosquito net up and everything, because I was going to do it beforehand and have it planned out. but I had to do it like right then on the spot, and it was sort of like a mess.
Rush,
Yeah. Anyway, so it didn't really look that great.
Do your back panels not just vent out like
They
an
do.
inch?
But you still...
This mosquitoes will probably get in.
Yeah, so I put that over that too, and over the big
Yeah.
middle window. So what I ended up doing was only one side middle window and the back vent all together on one mosquito net, and then just the back vent of the other on one small mosquito net, because I started running out of magnet. I didn't buy enough. But it started to rain, so we had to leave the windows up. So I just turned the car on. That was like at 8 o'clock when we were like getting ready to try to go to sleep. So I just turned the car on, and we hung out for like 30 minutes with the AC, and it sounded like it started like dying off. So I think what I did was I just opened the back vents. I didn't roll down the window because I was like, just in case. And I woke up around 10 o'clock like sweating, and I had to pee so bad. And rolled the window down at that point. It stopped raining. Went inside, and Sarah was awake, and I don't think she slept very well. Just in general, I don't think camping in the car was for her.
No, I don't think anyone sleeps in a car very well at night. Their like first couple times.
Yeah.
Even myself, when I've done it, like, it's a weird thing. It's a weird feeling. It really is.
She's like was super about like.
There's a little bit of a nerve wrack in there and stuff.
So.
Yeah.
I slept. Besides me waking up around 10, I slept pretty good.
Did you take your gun with you or no? You leave that?
No.
Okay.
I wasn't sure like what.
Oh, well, because you don't have your paper.
I don't have that either,
Yeah,
but I also wasn't sure about like
laws.
Yeah, like where.
I think the whole way down is fine, honestly. Especially with you with a 10-round clip, you should be fine.
The other thing is though, like, and this is, I don't know how, if I interpret this wrong or not. Like, quick side note, but if you go through a school zone with a gun, that's illegal. But like, how am I supposed to know where? Like, that stuff blows my mind.
That stuff is a little. I think there's a little bit of like difference, like fine line in between. That's something I think.
That's what I don't understand. Like, will you expect me to plan my
drive around? I can't go through that. I can't go through that side of town.
I can't go through this stop sign. I got to make a left. Like, so that's the other thing that I'm just like, I don't even want to fucking worry about it.
Yeah.
Like, watch me get pulled over in a school zone. And they're like, they see that I can carry a weapon and I have it on me and I'm in a school zone. And then I'm like, a federal firearm convict.
Yeah, now you're fucked.
So, like, I'm like, damn. But, it'd be easier if it was just like, if there was like this thing that just allowed me to carry it because I was a citizen. That would be nice.
I'm looking at it really quick. That question, like, can I drive through a school zone with a gun in my car? Like, if I'm not stopping, obviously. But keep going.
But yeah, so then that next morning after we stayed at Moccasin Creek in Georgia, we went up to... We got coffee in Clayton, Georgia as we were on our way up to Burnsville.
You can do it, just so you know.
You can.
It says you can drive through a school zone with a firearm in your car if you have a firearm license of some type issued by the state. If you do not have a state license, the firearm must be unloaded securely encased in a locked up box.
Okay, so as long as it's
so you're fine. You have your
unloaded and stuff.
You just need to have, you can have loaded and everything. You just need to have your license, but you don't.
Yeah.
You don't have.
And the states that I went through would have to accept Virginia's license.
Which I believe
all of them.
The whole way down that belt, you should be fine.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah, stopped in Clayton, Georgia on the way to Burnsville. Got coffee in Clayton, Georgia. That was a cool little place. Then Burnsville is where we were staying for 2 nights in a tiny home.
Yeah, how was that? I know I was kind of curious about these Airbnbs that you're going to.
So the tiny home was cool. I mean, I think I could live in one for sure.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're nice. And
it was ran by 2 people, right? Did you get to meet them? Like, meet the 2 people?
Sort of. I talked with the lady for a little bit while we were crossing paths and whatnot. But they had a little farm going on. They had a couple of goats, chickens, hens and roosters, ducks, bunnies. Apparently they had pigs, but I never saw them. And then they had like a whole garden area, lots of different stuff, like
Really?
tomatoes, peppers, corn, probably some sort of melon, zucchini, squash, blueberries. So they had all that different vegetables and things like that. And I talked with the lady, and like, she said that she had built basically everything she had, like, up from what it was. Like, there was literally nothing. And then we talked about how, like, I would like to do something like that, and how she was like, at first I wanted a bunch of land, because you think you need so much, and they only had 2 acres, and she's like, I can't even keep up with my 2 acres. Like, she's like, I'm glad I couldn't get more land, because if I could have, I'd be like, not being used.
Yeah, it'd be a waste.
And we talked about that because I'd done some research about that sort of stuff and had heard similar stories. And then in Burnsville, cool little town. Sarah liked it. Sarah was like, I would live here.
Really?
Yeah, it was like small town for sure. But it's right near a bunch of like the tallest peaks in North Carolina.
Yeah, I saw the pictures that you were posting.
So Mount Mitchell is the tallest. We went up there, but just around Mount Mitchell, there's a trail that hits, I think, like 12 or like 19 different peaks that are all above, I think it's like 6,000 feet.
Wow.
And Mount Mitchell's 6,600 something. Oh, I forgot. I have a hat for you.
Oh, sick.
It's from a different park though. So yeah, like Mount Mitchell was cool. That's one of the reasons I wanted to go to Burnsville, because it's like the closest little place to that. I thought it'd be cool to be up at the top of a mountain. I've never been that high, I don't think.
Really?
So, I mean, flying.
Yeah.
But TikTok?
I don't know. I guess I clicked on a link or something and started just playing.
Yeah, so hung out at Burnsville. Like, we'd go into the town for like dinner, lunch, breakfast, all that. Cool little town. And then we stayed in a dome for 2 nights in
Was that weird?
Bat Cave, North Carolina, which is near Hendersonville and Lake Lore.
Is it weird?
It wasn't that weird, honestly. It was cool how they had it set up. They had it set up so nice.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It was like...
You got pictures?
Not on me, but I could show you maybe after. I think they're all from the Airbnb that I would have, like, from the actual listing. Yeah. But hung out there. It was cool. Sarah, like, was really nervous at night because it's, like, wide open still. And went down to... There's a state park there called Chimney Rock. That's where I got your hat. And it's like a spire off of this mountain that... It's a really interesting story, but basically in the late 1800s, like I think it was 1863, is when this family bought the mountain side, the whole thing, and wanted to turn it into like a park for people to be able to get on top of the spire. So basically from like 1860s to like till these people died in like the 1900s at some point, their family just like preserved the thing, and they built like an elevator up through the rock. So it's a sheer face and then a spire. Okay. And they basically like excavated, or I don't even know what you'd call mined, like 100-something foot tunnel.
Wow.
In like the late 1800s, like early 1900s sometime, and then built like a 26-story elevator up to what they have now as the Sky Lounge is what they called it back then too, which was just like a little shop and stuff, and then a bridge that went across, and then stairs that go up to the spire. And there's more, like you can do a top of the like sheer face walk to the beginning of a waterfall, and a path at a different part of the park to the bottom of the 404-foot waterfall. But those were like strenuous hikes.
Yeah.
Sarah didn't
hardcore.
want to do them. I wanted to do it. Like, I didn't care if we were prepared or not.
I'll go in flip flops. I'll go fight.
Exactly. I just wanted to see it. But I could have done it by myself. She told me I could have, but I chose not to. Did that there. You know, hung out in the little town, coffee shops, all that. And then we actually stopped in Asheville. I meant to tell you on the way.
You stopped in Asheville?
Yeah, I didn't like it. Yeah, dude, I do not like cities. And that one was just like, it was like the worst of everything city for me.
Really?
Oh, yeah, I hated it. It was terrible, dude. We were only there for about a couple hours, and I was like, get me the fuck out of here. We went to the brewery district, which wasn't so bad, but
I don't know where the hell
there was like a whole bunch of breweries. And it's like
wherever Wicked Weed is around, that's like where I was at.
Yeah, that's like the brewery. We went to Wicked Weed.
Yeah.
There's like a brewery, bunch of them right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, in between Burnsville and Henderson or Bat Cave, we stopped at Asheville. But then after a couple of days of the dome, we packed it up and came home. And
yeah, buddy.
Back home now, so.
How many miles? How many miles was the tow did you put on the van?
I don't know. Probably put like maybe 2,000. I'm not sure.
That's wild. But yeah, no, it sounds like you had a great trip. Really does. I want to go to Disney World. I want to go to Disney World one day. I want to go to wherever Harry Potter World is. I guess Universal Studios
I think that is Universal.
I think it's out in Cali. But I really want to go there. That's like my thing. So I would love to check that out. Would you do it all again though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd do it all again.
Okay. All right, cool. Well, moving into the next thing here, we got some questions from the good old Jeff Ludwig here. Cheryl and Jeff are number one, number two fan.
Exactly.
So we're gonna read some of their questions, talk about them, kind of just go along those ways. But what we'll do is, the first one is that he asked was, do you put the jelly on the bread or the peanut butter?
So this one sort of confused me. I say confused, but not really. What I mean is, I assume what he's saying is, you put peanut butter on, then jelly on top of peanut butter.
Yeah.
I take my two slices and put one on each.
That's all I'm saying. It's jelly here, it's peanut butter on this one, slap it.
I clean my knife off before I mix. Yeah. So, like, I know people that if they use peanut butter, they stick it on their bread and, like, spread it or whatever, and then stick the dirty-ass peanut butter in the jelly. So you get, like, peanut butter chunks in the jelly.
No.
So I will do peanut butter. Do peanut butter, do jelly, and then close it together. So
I like that. Yeah, I would say I'm the same way. Same way for sure. I don't know what Jeff. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I really hope that you don't layer.
I bet he puts jelly and then peanut butter.
Oh, that's the worst.
That's the worst.
That's the worst way to do it.
That's the best way to do it.
That's literally actually the worst way. If you're gonna do it that way, you should do peanut butter first and then jelly.
Yeah.
Jeff, I really hope you're not doing that.
Jelly.
Jeff, please don't do it.
Peanut butter.
Next one, he says, which way does the toilet paper go? This is big. Over the top? Or does it come from the bottom part? For me, very strictly over the top. But now that I have a cat, this bathroom and the kitchen bathroom are backwards. It comes from the bottom.
So they can't.
The cat, if they do the roll, it doesn't unroll itself because that was a problem. Yeah. But in my bathroom, it's going over the top. When I go to people's houses,
you switch it?
I switch it. I switch people's rolls.
You're wild.
I will switch your roll in your bathroom if it's the wrong way. I will actually switch it. I don't care.
I don't care at all. Like, if it's under, if it's over, like, I don't know which way I like better even.
Literally,
like, because we have cats, we do it under.
Yeah, no, I get that. But literally, I'm pretty sure the toilet paper patent, when the toilet paper first came out, the drawings have it going over.
But that doesn't mean that it matters.
You could argue with the creator of the toilet paper?
Yeah, I will.
How dare you?
Dude, yeah, I don't think... I mean, I notice it.
Who the hell even created toilet paper? Who was, like... I wonder who that was. Who was, like... Who thought one day to go from a leaf to toilet paper? I'm sure there's a lot of steps in between, like a rag and stuff like that, but...
A hose.
When do you think there was one day where a guy was like, you know what? This leaf is kind of making my asshole itch. I'm gonna get something else.
I'm gonna make some nice soft paper.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sire toilette.
Yeah. Next one is, do you wet your... This was such a good question because this is something I've never asked anyone. But do you wet your toothbrush before you put toothpaste on it? Or do you wet your toothbrush, put toothpaste? Or that's the same thing I just said. I think.
The same thing.
Do you wet your toothpaste, then put toothpaste on? Or do you put toothpaste on and then wet it?
I know people that don't do wet at all. Like, they'll dry. I'm like, you're a psychopath.
Okay, listen. On this podcast soon, we're going to talk about me being a psychopath. I do not do that. So that makes me feel a little bit better. I always do toothpaste on, dry, wet it.
Oh, really?
And then do it.
I wet toothpaste, then in.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I thought about it more, I was like, I feel like I'm in the minority on that one. I feel like most people do what you do.
I think.
Let us know what you do.
Yeah, I want to know what people do because
Jeff, let me know what you do.
I don't really care that much.
Yeah.
I think I might even be on like the psychopath scale where if I had to do it dry, like I get like not. I don't even mean if I had to. I might try it dry just for fun.
I'll try it dry tonight.
If you remember.
And I won't sleep well.
And I won't sleep well.
I'll hate myself. But yeah, great question. That one really was good. Would you prefer to have a boy or a girl first, and why? I mean, boy. I guess. I mean, just fucking.
I think boy.
Yeah, I feel like I just want.
I feel like yeah.
I don't know. I only want boys.
No girls.
No girls allowed. There's no girls allowed club in here.
Grace is gonna be sad.
Yeah, I only want boys. That's it.
It's crazy because you're only gonna get girls.
Don't curse that on me, brother. Don't.
I'll probably have the same thing.
Don't curse that on me.
I always joke with Sarah. I'm like, you must give me a son. Yeah, I'd probably say boy. But then again, I don't know. Like, I don't think I really have a preference.
Dude, someone's friend is like 60 years old and is having twins.
Nice. That's not fun.
60 years old having twins? Think about
They'll
that.
Be 80
Think about that. When they get to college, no, right? No. Shit, they will. They'll be 80 years old when they're in college. Dude, the likelihood of your parent. Oh my god, I got too dark right there for a minute. But damn, that's crazy. I was gonna say, damn, the likelihood of your parents dying and when you're in college is a lot higher.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's crazy.
Or already being dead when you're in college. Yeah. I mean, shoot, they could die shortly after they're born.
Yeah, obviously, anyone can die anytime. I mean, but sorry, I got dark there. My bad. I kid cutting that one. My bad. Sorry. Why is just because I want a freaking boy because I don't want a girl. That's literally the reason why. That's my reason.
I feel like at least I don't know, this might be like the boy being older can like protect the girl a little bit better. Girl?
Are you saying girls can't protect themselves, Christian?
No.
Is that what you're saying?
That's not what I'm saying.
Oh shit.
But I could see
guys. Oh god.
I could see how people could think that, but no, that's not what I'm saying. It'd just be nice to have an older brother.
You want to get saved. Do you admit to eating boxed mac and cheese? I mean, how else are you supposed to eat mac and cheese?
Dude, I don't think I've had mac and cheese in a while. Oh,
last time I had mac and cheese that wasn't a box was with you. Really? Well, I shouldn't say that because obviously, like, you know, you gotta like. Mission Barbecue and stuff. That mac and cheese obviously is not like out of a box, or at least I fucking hope it's not. It may be, but I think he's talking about like Kraft. That I think he's talking about the powdered cheese stuff. The last time that I had homemade mac and cheese that I made was with you that night in my apartment. Other people were over. And we made that mac and cheese and we left it on the stove for too long and it dried out a ton. Do you remember that night? We put a bunch of different spices in it. It was in my apartment.
In college?
No, in Norfolk.
Okay.
Had been like 2 years ago. I like just been in there. I had been in my apartment for under a year.
Did it have bacon in it?
I think, yeah, bacon and a bunch of other stuff. It was me and you at first, and then I think Philip and Rylan and them called it. And I just kept laughing the whole time and all that stuff.
Yeah, I think I remember a little.
And it was so dry, but I just kept eating it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I don't think I've made mac and cheese in a while, but I will say one of my favorite mac and cheeses is a box mac and cheese.
Dude,
Annie's.
What's Annie's noodles like? Are they the tube ones?
Shells.
Okay, shells. Yeah,
I think like small shells.
Dude, honestly, probably one of the best inventions ever is boxed pasta, mac and cheese, or like the little pasta salad ones that you can make and stuff. Mm-hmm. I think there's a Betty Crocker. Like, God, they're a game changer. So easy too.
Well, it's even easier if you like just do it yourself. Like, just buy the pasta in a box. And then, like, all the stuff yourself.
I'm a crab mac and cheese powder bean. But what about Velveeta? Dude, someone at work said they can only have Velveeta because there's no milk in Velveeta. Is that true?
I mean, it might just be cheese with water. I don't know.
How do you make cheese, though?
I mean...
Or no. Did I say water?
No, you said milk.
Yeah. How do you make milkless cheese? Is that a thing?
I mean, there's vegan cheese. They do it somehow. I don't know.
Is there milk in Velveeta cheese? The official list of Velveeta ingredients is the following: milk, water, whey, milk protein concentrate, milk fat. It's literally, yeah. That person at work is fucking dumb.
I don't know.
I can only eat Velveeta because there's no milk in it.
I know they have like vegan mac and cheese.
Yes, I know that there's vegan mac and cheese, and I'm sure it's ass.
Just like everything else vegan.
Nothing against vegans, but I don't know how y'all do it. Hey, that's good for y'all.
Good for you. I'm glad it works for you.
Good for y'all. But Jeff, answer your question. Boxed mac and cheese. Yes, it's good. I prefer it. You
prefer boxed mac and cheese?
Oh, I don't know. Honestly, sometimes that Kraft small noodles, the powdered in there, something about the
literally just trash.
Throw a little racha in there, maybe the splash of the milk in there, get it all nice and creamy. Oh man, it could.
I add actual cheese to boxed mac and cheese.
Really?
Yeah. Game changer for mac and cheese though. Getting toasted bread on top of the mac and cheese and baking it a little longer.
Yeah.
That'll make your boxed mac and cheese.
Yeah, next level.
Next level.
This was a really good one. I'm about to expose. When single, is what he said. I've been single 8 years, and let me tell you, brother, I still do this shit. It's gotten worse since I've been in a relationship. And laundry was not done. How long did you wear a pair of underwear, or did you go commando? Shoot, dog. I don't know where I learned it from. It's definitely a TV show or something like that. Underwear is like, okay, so you got normal front ways underwear. You got backwards normal way underwear. Inside out front and inside out back. 4-day underwear.
4-day underwear.
Yeah, 4-day. I did that a couple of times, yeah.
I will probably expose myself too. I've never
cleaned any of my clothes.
I've never taken a shower. No, I'm kidding.
Damn, you really got me on that one. I was like, wait, what the fuck?
No, I'm kidding. No, but I've never had a problem. Like, with the amount of like I've always had enough underwear.
Really?
If I didn't do laundry for that long, that I'd be dead probably.
Dude,
I have so much underwear, but
I need more.
I do wear underwear longer than just one day.
Yeah.
Like often, like on a regular basis, I would say my minimum I'd wear underwear for 2 days.
Yeah.
I never
I would say for me, it depends on what I'm doing.
Yeah,
in my
now
underwear.
if I sweat a ton, like I'm not wearing those again. Obviously.
If I'm working out or if I'm outside all day, like sweating, I got a swamp ass, then probably not gonna wear those.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Because they're ruined.
Yeah, they are ruined.
But working from home, I mean, honestly, when COVID hit, I never did laundry I never cleaned underwear because I didn't wear any underwear. I stopped wearing underwear like hardcore in the beginning of COVID. I just stopped wearing underwear. I didn't care anymore. And it still kind of trickled into I don't really wear underwear. I'm not wearing underwear right now. But I would say, yeah, working from home, if I am wearing underwear, 2 days, yeah.
In the summer, too, for me, like, I don't wear underwear at all because I'm usually wearing bathing suits.
Yeah, and they have the lining.
Yeah, and I don't really, I don't know, I don't care that much. And I'll wear, like, this style for, 8 months out of our year.
Yeah.
Maybe even a little more. But, what was I saying? Yeah, I mean, I would say,
2 days.
2 days minimum. Unless something, I sweat a bunch. But, if they don't have this, if they pass the smell test, they're good.
Yeah, there's been some days where I've worn the underwear 2 days in a row.
Third day's pushing it.
No. Take them off, on that third morning there.
Oh.
Let them breathe for 2 days and then
put them back on. I might have had to do that, taking a pair out.
Yeah. Dude, that is the worst. Socks and stuff. I won't do it with t-shirts just because I sweat so much. How do I say this? My pit. Damn, this is working kind of dirty in here. But my pit smell is worse than my crotch underwear smell.
Wow.
Is what it is. My armpit is.
That's aggressive.
Very stinky. I feel like I don't sweat too much down there, but here's wet marks.
But I don't know.
And it just smells so much more in my armpits than it does down there.
Yeah, I got you.
That's just me though. So I can't do it with shirts. Jeans, I usually wash my jeans once a year.
I've never in my life worn my underwear inside out.
Oh, really? You're missing out.
So or backwards.
Oh, really?
On purpose. Yeah. So I would say I'm in that boat of I've never been so desperate to.
Indeed. There's been times.
Backwards or inside out. My dad wears his underwear inside out.
On purpose?
Almost on accident, I guess, because however they come out of the wash, inside out or right side out,
he just puts it on.
He just puts it on. And he's like, actually, I think what he said he does, now I think I'm remembering. I think what he says he does is when he takes them off, he turns them inside out and then wears them and he flips it every time.
So they get both of you sides so they last longer. Dude, Todd, get out of here.
I think that's what he says he does. He might deny it, but...
That's funny. That's a good one.
So he's always like, yeah, that's just how I do it. Wild guy.
Well, Jeff, we appreciate those questions. Cheryl, y'all are the best. They said they listen to the 4 episodes. I guess they were on a car ride. Or come back from the Cape or something. It's oh my god, 4 hours. 4 hours of
us
freaking us talking. Probably want to shoot yourself at the end. But yeah, love y'all. Thank you so much. So we'll finish up here. I know we're at the hour mark. We're getting close to it. So we'll finish up with the card. Christian, you want to explain what cards are?
So we got topic cards for every week to read one at the end to get a little different questions, perspective, spice things up.
Yeah.
Make it wet and wild.
Yeah.
You know how you like it.
I know Jeff helped us out today with some different questions there.
Yeah.
So if y'all got any more questions, please let us know. Love to answer those. But today's topic is, what are your favorite apps? Now we're talking appetizers.
Appetizers. Mozzarella sticks. Fried pickles.
Oh, dude. All right, wait. We're not getting on to it. Applications. My favorite application as of right now, big Instagram. Oh, well, I don't know. Damn, I'm on TikTok. I'm on TikTok a lot.
Let me see something.
My usage?
No. I don't care about that.
Because
look at how many apps I have. So all my folders.
That's it.
Okay, so you use just like, you don't use any folders, right?
I used to use folders, and then I don't know. I switch it up like every other year.
So here's,
that is wild.
And then a second page.
Look down there.
And down here in my bottom bar is
like max
folders, and each one of them, I'd say the average is about 6 apps. One of them has 9. One of them has 2 of them have 5, and one of them has 7. In my bottom bar, and then my whole front page is like maxed out folders. So I have a lot of apps.
Hell yeah.
So you were saying yours, you use TikTok?
I would say, okay, yes, TikTok is like my most used one because it's just fucking TikTok, and that's where I get all my news and all my information, which no one should. But outside of that, Instagram. Instagram is probably been my number one. The first app ever for me, Facebook. But Instagram has probably been my number one on my phone. Like when I delete all my social medias, like to take a break, I usually end up keeping Instagram on there.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's what I would say. That's my biggest social media app.
My number one app on my phone that I use the most, Safari.
No. Social. Oh, well, I don't know. We're not big on social media, so yeah, I guess whatever apps they use the most.
But like I have so many different apps, like good apps, bad apps, all sorts of stuff. And I like deleted a bunch, but I would say Surfline. I use that a bunch. Social media wise, Snapchat really is all I have.
I use my YouTube app.
Oh, YouTube I use a ton.
I use my YouTube app probably more than all of them.
I mean, obviously Amazon. I actually use Craigslist app.
Oh, really?
Amount. Yeah.
I did not know that.
I sort of check that every day. But I mean, a lot of my apps I use almost daily, which is crazy. Then again, a lot of them I don't use at all. But
holy cow!
I'm
looking at
your usage.
I'm looking at my usage right now.
Based on
what the
usage.
hell is wrong? What happened? Why is it up so much? It says I was on TikTok so far this week for 11 hours.
Nice.
That seems way too much. Last week was 4.5. Week before that was on
so my most used this week is Safari. Last week was Safari and Maps, being on the trip. YouTube, Messages, and Craigslist. That's funny. YouTube, Messages, Safari. I'd say like that's what I use the most. YouTube, Messages, Safari.
Really?
Oh yeah. I don't know.
Something's up with that.
I could really get by with like very few. In fact, I might.
If I get I think the app I would keep the most on would be YouTube.
Yeah, I love YouTube.
That's like the one. That's what I would say where I get all my stuff. That's my favorite app. Yeah, I don't really play games on my phone.
No.
You got any games on your phone?
You got games on your phone?
You got games? Yeah. I know people love Twitter. Like, there's some people that love Twitter. Colin really loves it. I never really got into it. Oh, no, actually, no. I got into Twitter for maybe a year. And that was it. And I was like, hey, you know what? I don't really feel like tweeting, like, having lunch. Why the fuck do people need to know that? They don't. And also, I think I stopped when my aunt, who used to tweet a lot, and Facebook a lot, post, like, she tweeted, like, she used Facebook like Twitter, like tweeting her stats on Facebook, pretty much. And people saw that, so they robbed her house when she went to the store.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. She's going to the store. Be back in 2 hours. Literally came in when she got back. Everyone's gone.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Don't put your stuff on social media, kids.
Be safe out there.
Be safe. But yeah, let us know what y'all's favorite apps are.
Yeah.
I'd be curious.
I bet a lot of people right now, if they're younger, TikTok.
Hey, listen, you can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong. I don't think it's trying to get on your info, but hey, that's another topic, another podcast.
Another podcast for a different day.
That's right. Well, cool. Thanks y'all for watching, and we'll catch y'all next week.
All right. Peace.